Have you ever wondered how computers make any sense of the absolute ocean of messy text out there? I mean, from websites to data files, it can be total chaos. Well, today, we're going to crack the code on how Python tames all of it. Okay, so think about this for a second. A staggering 80% of all data in the world is just unstructured text. Yeah, we're not talking about neat, tidy spreadsheets here. We're talking emails, articles, social media posts, just a whole lot of words. And for a computer that really thinks in numbers, that is a massive, massive problem to solve. So that really brings us to the central question, right? The big mystery we're going to solve together today. How in the world do we get a computer to sift through all that noise and pull out the exact thing we're looking for? It's kind of like being a digital detective. To solve a case like this, we're going to need what I like to call a digital detective's toolkit. And luckily for us, Python gives us two absolutely incredible sets of tools to find the clues and make sense of the evidence that's hiding inside all that text. So first up in our toolkit are the everyday essentials, Python's built-in string methods. And when we say string, that's just a fancy word for any piece of text. Think of these methods like a detective's trusty, reliable magnifying glass. They're absolutely perfect for those simple, straightforward jobs where you know exactly what you're looking for. And here they are, the three big workhorses of text manipulation. You've got .split, which just breaks text apart. Think turning a sentence into a list of individual words. Then you have .join, which does the exact opposite, putting all those words back together. And finally, .replace, which is your classic search and replace tool. Let's see a couple of these in action real quick. The split method, honestly, it's like chopping vegetables. You take a single connected string, you tell it what knife to use, in this case, it's the hyphen, and boom, you get a clean list of individual items. It's simple, it's effective, and you're gonna use it all the time. And then on the flip side, you have .join. This is like stringing beads. You take all those separate little pieces from your list, you give it a string to connect them. Here, it's just a space, and it beautifully puts them all together into one coherent sentence. Okay, but what happens when the clues aren't exact words? What if you're looking for something more abstract, like any phone number or any email address? Well, for that, our detective needs to upgrade from that magnifying glass to a much more powerful high-tech gadget. And this right here, this gets to the absolute core of the difference. Simple methods are fantastic when you know the exact text you want to find. But what if you only know the structure of what you're looking for, not the actual content? That, my friends, is where regular expressions come into play. This is our high-tech gadget, the regular expression, or what everyone just calls regex. Honestly, you should think of it as a DNA sequencer for text. It doesn't just find a single specific clue, it can find the entire blueprint for that type of clue, no matter how it shows up. All right, let's dive into this with a classic case that every digital detective is going to face, finding a phone number that's just buried somewhere in a block of text. So here's our crime scene. It's a simple sentence, but hidden right inside is that key piece of information we need to pull out. Now, we can't just search for 555-123-4567, right? Because the very next phone number we see is going to be totally different. We have to search for the pattern. And here it is. This is the regex pattern. I know it looks like some kind of secret code from a spy movie, but it's really just a logical recipe that describes the structure of a phone number for the computer. Come on, let's break it down together. It's actually way simpler than it looks. That little d just means any digit from 0 to 9. The 3 right after it just means, hey, find 3 of them in a row. And the hyphen, well, it's just a hyphen. It's literally looking for itself. So you put it all together, and we're telling the computer, find 3 digits, then a hyphen, then 3 more digits, another hyphen, and finish it off with 4 more digits. And just like that, the crucial point here is we didn't tell the computer to find that specific number. We described the pattern of a phone number, and our regex tool scanned all the evidence and found a perfect match. Case cracked. So this brings us to probably the most important takeaway from our whole investigation. It's not just about knowing that these tools exist, it's about knowing which tool to pull out of your digital detective's toolkit for the right job. So here's the strategy in a nutshell. If your job is simple and predictable, like splitting a list or replacing one specific word, just stick with the fast and easy string methods. But the moment you need to find a pattern, like you're trying to validate an email or pull out any date or any phone number, that's when it's time to bring in the big guns, the power of regex. So I'll leave you with this thought. You now have the key to a secret language that structures information all around us. The next time you look at a URL or an email address or even a date on a website, you're going to see it differently. You won't just see a bunch of text. You'll see the pattern underneath.